Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Civilization 5, where we're playing as Napoleon and the French Empire here. So we're going to continue on where we left off, which I believe we just got musketry, or we're getting very damn close to it. Yeah, musketry. Gunpowder! That's the tech I'm looking for. That's the name. So, uh, what we've done before here, well, we tried to capture Salzburg. That was the Austrians' little troll city here that they forward expanded Paris with. I didn't like that very much, so I went ahead and I tried to conquer it. Eventually, the Germans got involved in the war too, and they succeeded in conquering it. We're going to try to stay friendly with the Germans for the time being because they're not too powerful in the rankings. They're down here. Rome is at the bottom. Morocco's actually at the top, which is interesting. We have gunpowder almost coming up, so I'm considering like getting gunpowder and then going after cannons and then maybe building up some sort of military force. See if I can maybe take it before artillery somehow. I can definitely like once we get to artillery, then that's going to be a very nice city to capture if I can capture it. We could probably take Rome without too much trouble. Marrakesh, I'm not so sure about. And also they also have quite a few city-states that are allied with them. Alternatively, we could probably get pretty damn far, maybe even win with just what we have here. Because, I mean, in terms of our civics here, we've gone tradition. We're cracking open aesthetics. Once we get our next social policy in one turn, apparently, we're going to have to open up rationalism just because, we're going to have to. Oh, we need to stay ahead in terms of tech. Although, maybe not, because we're catching up in a fairly decent way. Although I'd like to catch up faster, and science would definitely help with that. So, it'll provide plus 10% science when we're happy. So we're going to need to stay happy. Happiness is going to be of critical importance because of the fine arts here, which half of our happiness right now, 1.5 happiness goes towards culture right now. It would be more if we had greater happiness. And it'll also give us plus 10% happiness or plus 10% science when we're happy. This one just requires us to be at 0 happiness, though, so. Anyway, I'm going to get a timer started, and we're going to play through this. We're going to see how things unfold. So, also, we have an observatory and 12 turns in Paris. I was able to get it set up right next to the mountain, which is fantastic. And I don't think anything else is going to grow. Paris is going to be 11. Paris is 11 now, which apparently we're still at 3 happiness. That's good. And we have a trade route available. A trade route. See, Berlin, Porto, all these ones right here. I think I'm going to start feeding Paris. I'm going to start trying to get Paris to be this nice, big, huge monolithic city that can support a lot of construction. So we're going to try to feed Paris as much as we can. So let's dip into rationalism. That'll, actually, no, I want to take a look here. So 135 rather. Now 149. So yeah, that's a decent difference. That's 14 more science per turn. Very good. So long as we stay happy. And Portugal is hostile. Very well, Portugal. Be hostile. Maria is a threat to the stability of the world. I'd like to say not right now, but she's pretty pissy so far. Oh, right. I forgot that I did this. Yeah, this would be a very good idea, actually, going to war with Portugal. They're currently engaged by the strongest army in the world, the Moroccan army. So, I will say give us 10 turns to prepare. And maybe we can get some troops down by Vienna here. Maybe we've got city walls set up. Honestly, they're probably going to be preoccupied by the Moroccans and the other and the Germans there. What we're going to do is we're going to get our first musketeers set up there. We are... I don't know what to do with that particular city right there, the Paris city, that one. Not sure what to do with it. Orleans is going to continue to build up troops for now. Vienna is also going to build up troops for the time being. Where are we soldier-wise? I'm curious. We're the weakest army in the world. There's only 7 civilizations left because we eliminated Vienna. However, the goal, at least my understanding of the goal, is to always be around half of the strength of the strongest enemy, or at least the person you're going to war with. So if you're at half of your military strength, then on average, because the AI is not that great, if you know how to, you've got a decent idea of how to fight them, then you're going to be okay. And speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some of this gold and upgrade this guy to a crossbow. Have any other highly promoted crossbows here already? Yes, we do. So I'm also going to send him down over to Vienna. And this little guy right here, what are we going to do with you? Let's move him down here. And I guess we'll build a farm. Excellent. Turn. And we did have a war with Morocco in the past. I don't think they're holding a grudge here. Yeah. It says on paper, at least, they're not holding a grudge. They may secretly be holding a grudge. Who knows? They may be deceptive about the whole thing. And move that guy up onto the chateau. And yeah, we've got some fairly high negative modifiers with the Roman Empire here, so we need to not leave Orleans completely undefended, because they do have a great deal of trebuchets. We do actually want to try to take Rome at some point if it's feasible. If and only if it's feasible. And we'll put this knight down here as well, so let's go ahead and move him on over. You. Down. You pop back in the city. Actually, go over there. You be in the city. Sure, we'll leave you there for now. I have another knight on its way down. I do believe I do. He's right here. Yeah, just moved him. Excellent. Now, First Congress of Babylon. Who do we want to be the host? Well, where are we, first of all? We have minimal power here, so Alexander, big surprise, controls the majority of the delegates. We could keep the Congress in Babylon's hands, which is probably the best bet. I don't want Alexander taking control of things, so I believe when there's a tie, it goes to the human player, and this will make it a tie. So, that. He'll have 8, Alexander will have 8, and for the time being, the Congress, World Congress, will remain in Babylon. That should give us some nice positive modifiers with the Babylonians. Great scientist in Paris. Very good. See where we can plant him. What do we have right now? Probably right around there would be a decent spot. We'll lose some time crossing the river, but spot for him. Is currently under the Germans' influence. That's good. Let's go ahead and move that guy. Maybe do some work on the floodplain. Start building that chateau. Babylon remains the host. Actually, we want to move him. Want to see if we can maybe harass Porto somehow. And a positive message from Nebuchadnezzar. Very good. So if we take a look here with our little enhanced user interface, we've got a heavily lit up thing there. So that means we've gotten some good positive modifiers. We like positive diplomacy modifiers. They're good. They make people our friends and not our foes. Continue on here. 6 turns till the academy or till the observatory. 167. I'm gonna continue to say no to open borders with him, although I think I'm actually gonna buy open borders. Borders. Will you give me that for 2 gold? Yes, you will. That'll let me do some exploring. I'll maybe have a knight actually. Let's send our knight in. Got some good mobility when he's not on swampland. Come up. Move this guy into the German territory. Very good. Them up. I'm not going to be capturing any cities with this force, most likely, but we'll be able to maybe beat down the Portuguese army a little. And we're going to continue to refuse his requests. We're going to pop into our culture screen, though, and take a look at positive modifiers we've got with culture. So, the Greeks and the Babylonians, predictably, we have nothing that can help us. Portugal and Rome. Like, Rome would be the easiest one to overtake. I wish it would, like, show me the culture per turn. I know that I'm making, like, 8 tourism per turn here. Oh, well. Go ahead and move that guy over there. Maybe build a mine, possibly a farm, because it is a hill next to a river, so we can do that. A decent amount of German forces. Very good. Hello. And we've got more happiness. Will Bismarck's... Okay, Bismarck will buy that. We used to be friends with you, Bismarck. Now you don't want to be friends? Okay. Fine. Will you be friends with me? No. In the meantime, we will go ahead and we'll sell our marble for 7 gold. That's 7 gold per turn. The best we can usually hope for. Perhaps I should have tried to trade it, yeah, it might have been an idea to trade it with the Moroccans. Al-Amanizar is, plotting against me. Not entirely surprising. Nebuchadnezzar completed the porcelain tower. That's unfortunate, but not surprising. Usually a pretty high priority wonder for any civ that's chosen rationalism. Right now we're actually going for archaeology. Yes, we are. Yeah, sure, we want to do that. It's frustrating because I want better military units. I feel like I'm not sure. Here's the thing, is that it's going to take a while before I'm ready to actually crank out a military anyway. So... and do some serious conquering again, so... at the same time, I don't want to lose the window of opportunity for the musketeers. Because musketeers are pretty freaking good at what they do. Germany has denounced Rome. Very well. Might as well denounce them. Well, they clearly covered land. You know what? We don't like you. You're an idiot. We're denouncing you as well. We're gonna suck up to the Germans. And we might as well go ahead and declare war on her. I think we've waited long enough. I see an opportunity. See an opportunity right there to strike it for musketmen. Cause some pain. And Alexander, we have no interest in going to war with Nebuchadnezzar. He's my buddy. He's going to help contain you. And as for the Romans, they've gone ahead and they denounced us now. Not particularly concerned by this. They are very weak. In terms of their civilization, they're actually weaker than I am. Fairly significantly, too. The Germans and I are fairly similar in terms of score. Back. Caravan. Can we send this caravan? Well, we've got a trade route quest here for Hong Kong. Maybe send him to Hong Kong. It's not going to give us as much gold, but it will give us a little bit of love from Hong Kong. We'll continue to open our borders with the Germans, because otherwise our stuff will be out. I don't need embassies with you. Caesar, you can go away. Ooh. Conibra is facing a serious set of problems here. And also, Morocco, or Hong Kong rather. Hong Kong I'm at 70 influence with, and I'm going to pledge to protect them here, and I might be able to steal them as an ally very shortly. Yeah, we'll build this, we'll do the food thing there, as opposed to the mining thing. So we'll go over and get a quarry set up there. These guys. What do we want to do with them? Move him up one. We'll shoot and kill the crossbowman. Help the Germans out a little. Hopefully we're getting some sort of positive modifiers eventually. We actually like this quite a bit. Yeah, so I'm just going to throw my 2 votes behind Alexander's proposal for arts funding, because that's what we want. We're going for a culture victory, so that'll increase the rate of generation for artists, musicians, and writers. Very good. So our army is growing. We've actually hit a tipping point here where the Portuguese army is the weakest one on the planet instead of ours. Very interesting. Portugal, Antwerp is at war with us. Let's take a look. Antwerp is a non-threat. They're a non-issue in this game. We should be able to actually shoot and kill that. Very good. Go ahead and move this guy up one. Move our knight over. Just do a little bit of scouting. Excellent. We'll move this guy up. Well, we'll move him over by one. Arts funding has passed, and unfortunately so has the porcelain ban. Not a big fan of banning luxuries. And we got positive modifiers with the Greeks. Sure, I'll take it as long as there's no negative repercussions. Why not? Well, since the Portuguese is such a weak army, I think we can focus on the offensive more, so the castle's going to be moved down the list here. And we'll try to move other stuff. Let's actually go ahead and get the musician guild to be top priority so we can start cranking stuff out. I always like... It's difficult to decide which one I want to do more. I want it all. I want a good army. And I really... You know what? We're at war, folks. We're going to do that, and we're going to follow it up with... we'll follow it up with a trebuchet. Maybe we'll be able to... Maybe we'll get some territorial gains out of it. The Germans actually have some salt. I don't have anything to trade for it. I'm going to take a quick look at what the other civilizations have with the enhanced user interface here. Alexander has crabs, Nebuchadnezzar has spices, and this gentleman right here, he has gold. A great deal of gold. However, I am losing money hand over fist for some reason. Oh, my trade route has expired. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pop into trade overview here, and we're going to sort available trade routes by their gold generation, which we only have land ones right now. So Orleans to Marrakesh would be the highest value one for us. Vienna to Salzburg would be the highest science value one for us. So this is probably the biggest, yeah, this is the biggest net benefit, I would say. Although now that we have our academy, or our observatory, and I do apologize that I missed that, but almost 200 science. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Actually, where is this guy based out of? Let's move him to Paris. I'm going to move him to Paris, and we're going to do that because I think it'll modify the science output of that trade route. We'll see. Not sure. There's a chance. And also, I want to test out one thing here. Yeah, we're going to see what happens when I have a musketeer nearby. I'm going to test their defenses. Happens here. So what happens is this is a high priority target, and they bring it down to about half health. All right. Good to know. Gives us some promotions there.
How do you know, poor fool? Perhaps out there, somewhere, someone...
All right. Now then, science. Mucho science. The best science would come from the city of Salzburg, by the looks of it. All right, very good. Get that trade route set up. Does not appear to be doing jack all for the for what I'm looking for here. So we're gonna shift here, and we're gonna make this the next tech priority. We do need economics. Economics is going to be good. Flight is going to be amazing when we can get it. And I think we will pull this guy out of range. We'll heal him up. We'll fortify those guys until healed. Possible we could get some work done on this city, actually, since the Germans are there. I'm just moving my archers in range. And I'm doing that because the... Just let's be friends, Bismarck. Absolutely. Friends with the Germans once again. I think the Portuguese managed to wipe out the previous guy there. We've got our new musketmen ready in Orleans, ready to go. Trying to figure out what I want to do with this guy. You know what, we'll continue down the accuracy line, and we'll see how that goes. Now we're going to be the primary target, so it's a good time to get out of range. there for this turn. Just skip the turn. 2 turns to the Artists Guild being done. Let's take a look at our available spots here, because we did just get a new work of literature. So pop that into the Great Library at some point, or we can just leave it in our amphitheater. That's also okay. Fine. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. Since it's Paris, I think I might actually start going for initially for great works
Those
of
who
art.
cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
All right, and we're in the industrial era. Excellent. We need a new automatic faith selection. We upgraded our religion yet? My religion. No, we have not. How much faith do we have total? Purchase a great profit, and that's going to take us 12 turns. That's kind of sucks. Oh, we're going to move this guy over here. We're going to build a mine. And it does not look like, unfortunately, we can do much with this Portuguese dude right here. Bring in our knight just to try to stop him. Currently, we have more. I would like the gold, but I think the happiness is better right now. So I'm going to trade for salt. And that should give us +7 happiness at the end of this turn cycle here. Good. Eva. Did we already have frickin' salt? Okay. I don't understand what's happening here. Oh, we traded away. I'm very confused at the moment. Our war with the Portuguese is not going well. Alright, I guess the Portuguese have, What are you talking about? It's not going well! We have the bigger army by far. Alright. Our military advisor needs to be fired. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's just concerned that we haven't actually killed anything yet. Maria completed the Red Fort. Where did she do that? I bet it's in Lisbon. Oh yeah, it's definitely in Lisbon. Take a look at that. First off, you can see the Red Fort buried in the water, looking ridiculous. And also a ridiculously high amount of combat strength for that city, making it an extremely tough nut to crack, similar to Marrakesh. Which I'm not sure we're actually going to be able to take either one of those now before artillery, if we choose to do so. Oh, by the way, Cordoba has switched hands over to the Germans at some point. Excellent. We'll leave these guys there for now. We'll see about picking off that guy next turn. Augustus Caesar is plotting against me, and Augustus Caesar can plot to his heart's content, although he's positioning his troops somewhat worrisomely along my borders. That I don't like. This guy right here is still at war with Portugal, so I'm hoping everything. Oh. I'm going to move up our musketeer, get another one of those out. Go ahead and also grab that extra ivory there. You never know when you need more ivory. Poke away at him. Try to bring him down. Maria has made peace with Ur. It is flipped on over to Alexander because Alexander is a little snot. People with the pointiest sticks. Ranking players by their military. I'm actually ahead of the Germans as well. Only just, but I'm ahead of the Germans. I'm behind Augustus here, which I'm curious about how that's the case when I'm ahead of the Portuguese, but sure. All right. Now, technology-wise, kind of sucks, actually. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to steal anything good, so I guess I'll go for the printing press. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move my spy. Let's see, who is in the tech lead right now? The Germans again. Let's go ahead and let's try stealing something from somebody else far, far away. Let's try the Babylonians. And for the Germans, I'm going to try an experiment here. I'm going to send... No, actually, you move to hideout. You go over to Germany. Diplomat. And since you have such good espionage abilities, you guys can more frequently rig elections in city-states, are more effective and have greater... So they're just better at all in general, but I don't think when you flip them over to being diplomats, I don't think that really has much impact. Oh. Probably actually want to play these guys. Forces set up there. And I think this is probably actually a good place to stop. The timer did go off a while ago. I don't want this one to run too long, so for now, we're getting a formal diplomat set up in Berlin, and we're going to see... The reason I'm trying that is I want to see if I can maybe get some more influence here, because I am pretty much the lowest apart from the Romans in terms of my actual cultural influence here, so that is deeply concerning to me. The Greeks are currently in the lead. Gonna see what I can do about that. And yeah, before I end the game here, or before I throw a cut in the video rather, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna activate the Artist Guild. I'm gonna just double check that I actually have spots for works of great art here. I have one. So currently we actually want to focus more so on the right. So guy one, we'll give that guy one. Two. Do it that way. All right. There we go. We're done with our little fiddly micromanaging. Thank you very much for watching, folks. My name has been Ybot. Please subscribe if you're enjoying these videos, and I will see you guys next time.